Hi friends, so stressed. Okay, there's someone in the car next to me. You'd think after like 10 years of vlogging I really wouldn't care, and like for the most part I don't, but also like sometimes it feels a little awkward. Okay, so if you did not watch our last vlog, you might be like, Erica, why always lock your doors when you're sitting in a car in a parking lot? I don't care if you're in your own driveway, just always lock your doors. If you did not watch my last vlog and you're like, girl, what is happening? Why are you so anxious? Like why are you so high strung? Let me explain. I felt like I had food in my teeth. So I'm at my anatomy scan, which is so exciting. However, I just found out a few hours ago that I was gonna do my anatomy scan this afternoon. And if you know anything about like me and my schedule, it's that like I have a very strict schedule. My kids, we all like, we operate on routine. And so it was just like a lot to deal with this morning. We also, I'm seeing people in masks, and I was like freaking out driving here because like, I don't like keep a stash of masks anymore, but here's a clean one. Oh, it doesn't look clean actually. That's okay, I see one down on the floor over there that maybe can work. I also have like a bunch of Hugo school masks that like maybe could work. Anyway, so this area is supposed to get a snowstorm tomorrow. Differing opinions on how much snow we're actually gonna get, but to be honest, anything over like 2 inches usually here like shuts down everything. So this morning I was stressing because I was like, should I call and reschedule the doctor's appointment? You know, our cars don't do great in the snow, and like I don't feel comfortable driving in the snow pregnant. Like if I don't have to, you know? So I was like going back and forth, and I asked y'all on Instagram, and most of you were like, oh, like just wait it out. And like, you know, the forecast has been progressively leaning more toward like less inches of snow and just like more rain. But anyway, so then as I was going to pick up Hugo, the doctor's office called me and was like, hey, because of the snow tomorrow, the doctor wants to reschedule everyone like in the morning. And I was like, oh, amazing. Like that's great. And then we're like, can you come in today at 4:30? And I was like, yes, I can come in today at 4:30. Now, I was hesitant because like same day things for me, like same day change of plans usually like are a lot with kids, you know, like I have 2 little kids. And then I was like thinking, oh gosh, like who's available to watch the boys? Luckily, and like thank God for mothers, thank God for mother-in-laws, because I have the best mom and the best mother-in-law. And my mother-in-law, I called her immediately after and was like, hey, can you watch the boys tonight? Can you, because you know, it's not just 4:30 for us is the beginning of making dinner, and then it's dinner time, and then it's bath time, and then it's bed. That's a lot of stuff. Like, so ultimately I'm asking her like, hey, can you come over tonight and do bedtime, knowing full well that later this week Jeff and I are going on our baby moon. And so like I didn't want to overwhelm her, you know, but she was like, yeah, no problem, which phenomenal. And it's funny because my mom was planning on coming over this evening anyway, because I wanted to see her and like kind of chat about the baby moon and like schedule and stuff. And so she's still planning on coming over as long as she's at a doctor's appointment, as long as the doctor's appointment doesn't run too long. So in terms of like getting the boys taken care of, like that was great. And so I was like, all right, let's do this anatomy scan. I did really also want to get the anatomy scan done before we left on our baby moon. I just like, it would just make me feel comfortable and like better getting on an airplane and flying somewhere and being like, you know, somewhere brand new, knowing that everything was like healthy and good with the baby, you know? So that's where we're at. I was a little nervous driving here because I was like, I've never been. So again, in case you're brand new, or haven't been following with these vlogs, I am considered high risk. However, I was told that I would be seeing this high risk doctor regardless, even if I wasn't considered high risk, because this doctor delivers at the hospital that I will be delivering at. And I guess they just wanted me to meet her and like meet the office. So that's what I'm doing today, meeting her. She is going to, this high risk doctor is actually going to do the anatomy ultrasound in addition to then doing my like 20-week checkup appointment, which I think is super cool. So she'll do my anatomy scan. I'm praying and hoping everything looks good, everything with baby is healthy, and checks out, and then we'll have the little appointment afterward. So I'm thinking this appointment will be like around 90 minutes. I did want to mention like the restless leg syndrome popping up quite a bit recently, as well as like my lack of breath. Both I think are like, I don't think there's any like scary underlying issues there. I have a feeling I know like what the cause is for both, but I just thought I would mention it. And yeah. Let me find a freaking mask in this car. Again, I have like plenty of toddler masks. Okay, I think this mask will do. Yes. Okay, thank goodness. You know, thank goodness for having not a tidy car, because if I had a tidy car, then I wouldn't just have random masks lying around and I would be in big trouble right now. So it's 4:04. Also, oh my gosh, here's to freaking hoping that the NIPT results were right and that we're actually having a girl. Oh my gosh, could you imagine if I go into this anatomy ultrasound and they look and they're like, actually it's a boy? Could you even? I mean, listen, I think the NIPT, I think the accuracy, and these are like not scientific facts, but I feel like the accuracy is like up there at like 98% accurate. Crazy things have happened though, I'm sure. Oh my gosh, that would be wild. That would be like really, really wild. So anyway, here's to hoping that, you know, healthy baby, healthy mama, and that it's a girl. Because we have so many girl clothes at home, and that would just be, I literally also today just sent out my baby sprinkle invitations that are like, you know, or the only reason we're having the sprinkles because it's a girl. And the invitations are like pink, and we're having a bow raffle. So anyway, I'm sure some of you are scoffing at me and like, well, that's what you get for, but I mean, the NIPT is like pretty freaking solid, right? Right? It was right for both the boys. No, I didn't do it with Hugo. It was right for Theodore. I can't believe that I waited until 20 weeks with Hugo to find out. Isn't that wild? Imagine if I didn't know right now and I was just going into this anatomy scan like without knowing. I mean, a lot of people, and some people don't even find out until they give birth to the baby. I could not do that, man. I cannot. All right, friends. Let's go into this anatomy scan. I will not be able to film in there. I know I won't. So I will check back in at the end of the appointment. Yay! Woo! Hi, friends. Okay, so it's pouring and just ran through the rain. Everything looks great, baby girl. It's a baby girl! Yay! So we confirmed that it's a baby girl. The ultrasound tech and the high-risk doctor both saw it's a girl. So exciting. She is healthy. Everything looks amazing. Everything looks great. It was super quick. And now I'm all done. Like, so wild. I'm so happy. It's only 5:30. Sorry, my mom was just texting me. It's only 5:30, which is like perfect. And let me show you some cute pics. So her head is down here on my right side, but I was also like a little confused because like the way they were showing her feet, like I think her feet are kind of like a little bit past my belly button. Anyway, I'm always amazed at ultrasound technicians that they can like sort of figure out and see anything on the screen, because half the time I'm like, what am I even looking at? But I saw her little hand and her little feetsies, and here's her little feet. How cute! Ah! And here's her little arm. And it's so funny because the other ultrasound pictures we have of the earlier we have so many pictures of her feet and her hands. She was facing away most of the time, so it was hard for them to get a profile shot, but they tried. This is a really good one. They were trying. Look at that. Can you see it? I don't know if you can. Her little face is right down here. Oh my gosh. It's so wild. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that everything looks good, and just like that she's healthy. All her organs look good. Her brain looks good. Limbs look good. Like everything looks good. And that makes me so, so happy. I feel like, oh, so much relief. I'm so glad that we were able to do that. I don't know if you can hear the rain. And then it's only 5:30 and like it's not super late. So I'll probably get home a little bit after, I'll probably get home around 6:15 with the driving conditions. And so the boys will be asleep. I don't know if my mom just texted and said that she's actually still waiting in the doctor's office. So I don't know if I'm gonna actually get to see her tonight, but that's okay. And yeah, I feel so excited. I feel like if it was a nicer evening, I would like go make a stop at like Target or I don't know, TJ Maxx or something and like, you know, buy a bow in like celebration. But it's a really not a nice night, and the weather's only supposed to get progressively worse. So I'm just gonna head home. And yay! That's it. Her heartbeat was, I think they said 148. And an ultrasound tech was doing the appointment. And then the high-risk doctor came in at the end and like did a little bit more ultrasounding. She also checked my cervix and the placenta, and she said everything looks really good. And what else? Then I got weighed and I'm 146. So I can't remember what I was my last appointment. I think it was 143. I don't remember. I'm 146. And my blood pressure looked good. My urine tested fine. And that was that. It was a great appointment, and I feel really good. And I checked my calendar, and I'm actually meeting with my OB, like my regular OB at my regular office, in like 2 weeks. So that made me feel really good too, like knowing that like, all right, like, you know, normally I do see my OB every 4 or 5 weeks. It's just felt like super long since I wasn't seeing my regular OB for this anatomy scan, but I'm glad that I get to see her in like 2 weeks. So yay! Alright, that's it, friends. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna start driving home. And, yeah, me and baby girl, Moulton, say bye!